every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Hiya guys, this is me, aka Dermot, aka Dermatron, and this is my instant match thoughts on the game we just seen. As of course, we did play Bayern Munich in our final pre-season game before the 25-26 Premier League season and before the UEFA Super Cup, which would have played next Wednesday in Italy. And you know, I will do a proper in-depth probably look in this game tomorrow. I probably will do a pre-record on it. What I thought of it. It's glaringly obvious that we need a front three to work, and we don't have that. Look, Bayern Munich are one of the best teams in the world at the moment. I think in Europe. I think me and Tequila was putting it in the chat, that Bayern Munich looked like the sexiest team going, and they do. They outplayed us, they outthought us, they outtacked us. They're the best team in Europe, and it left glaring holes where we need to improve. Look, I think the Harry Kane goal straight off. I think that could have been stopped. I think defensively early on in the game we looked very wide open. Look, we can all criticize the referee. We can all criticize how bad he was. But we give too much respect to Bayern Munich, and we used it as a preseason friendly where I don't think we were competitive at all in the game. We were so lackluster up front. We had no link-up play. We had no player getting the ball, trying to create something. We had no creative midfielder. Tequila's right. We had no creative midfield as well. And I said it in the watch along. We defensively were sound. Well, tonight we lost 4-0, but I think 3 of them goals you can't do anything about. I mean, they're the 3 best goals you're probably going to see all season. All 3 of them near enough outside the area in the top corner of the goal. And Vicario had no chance with with 3 of them. I think the first one, the Harry Kane goal, I think you do have a chance. I think you do. I think that could have been stopped. But it's just so bad. It's no chemistry. Razzle dazzle, big up to you as well. But big up to Wayne Bonner, who's a member. He says we could be in for another hiding next Wednesday. Hopefully have at least 2 more new faces in by then. I hope so. I hope so. Tequila, big up to Adam. He says we made them look good. Well, Bayern Munich are one of the best teams in Europe. I think Bayern Munich will win the Champions League this year. I really do. They're my tip for the Champions League. Am I right about Burnley? No, I'm still looking at the Super Cup. I am. I still consider that as it's a. I know Tequila agrees with Philip that it was it's just a glorified friendly. I think I'm with James on this. James put it in chat as well. It's a major trophy. You win that, you're Super Cup champions. Plus, you back up the Europa League win. Did players have that on their mind, thinking of the game they could win on Wednesday? Look, PSG, the only saving grace for us that PSG have been on the biz since they won the Champions League, and also they've had to play in the Club World Championship, so they haven't really got back in the proper preseason. This is their first proper preseason game. So is there a chance to catch them cold? I think there is. But I think if you're looking at that game, and the question should be asked, and I think the right question should be asked, where do we need to improve? And we need a front three that works. I think Tequila said it. It said we need a creative midfielder as well. Yeah, we do. There was nothing being created in the front three. Richie offered you nothing up front. I think Brendan Johnson on the left doesn't work. Brendan Johnson's not a winger. He's more of an inside forward than a winger. Kudos, he can try as much as he'd like. He didn't offer anything today. I think the midfield, I think Palunia for the first game of Tottenham was slightly disappointed with his first half performance. But he's only just joined the football club, and that's 45 minutes. You can't judge a player in 45 minutes. You really can. I want to read some of these comments out as well, guys. Tequila said, if this is the team what starts with, then Kudos is the only one who can create anything. That's a lot to pull on one. It is a lot to pull on one player. He also says, I think about the referee. I want to read that as well, if it's okay, guys. I rarely blame the ref for much, but I think that's hiding. They're better than us. We all knew it. I rarely blame the ref for much, but I think that's hiding. They are better than us. Yeah, they are. That for me, the Champions League winners next season, I think Bayern Munich are probably the best team in Europe right now. The way they played today, I don't think no team in the Champions League is going to touch Bayern Munich. They played so much well today, and it's such a joy to watch as well. And they really are. And they've got a defense that works. They've got a midfield that works. Every time they attack, they look like they're going to score. You got Olsen, you got Harry Kane, you got Kimmich in that team. It's just full of quality and full of creative players that create so many chances. And if you've got Harry Kane in your squad and he's there, he's going to bang them away. He's going to score all day long. Now we know by how much. So 9th place, as I thought before this match. And after, Tequila, look, if I'm going to be deluded, I say we'll get a couple of players in that we need, then probably top 6. I'm thinking, I don't think you're far off with 9th place. I think I've really thought about this, and I've really, after today's game, it's a sobering truth for me that we're so unprepared for the season. And I get it. People saying we shouldn't be having to go. I've seen some people in some chats frank out already. What's the point of that? That's just going up the wall and pissing up against it. I think the blame should be blamed mainly at Lang, Levy, the recruitment team for not doing their jobs. They know a manager needs a certain set of players. He knows the manager's going to need a certain set of players to fulfill his philosophy. Then if we weren't going to buy players, then you shouldn't have sacked Ange then. You should have kept Ange. Sorry to get it for saying it, but you're bringing a new manager. You need to back that manager. We didn't back Ange. And again, Lang is the problem. I forgot to close the poll actually in the last show. Memory's gone a bit funny, but it was glaringly obvious today that we're really lacking in certain areas. Razzle said no chemistry up front, can't hold the ball. Kudos. Johnson did take on a player today and ran himself into the corner flag. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Johnson today, Razzle Dazzle. I really wasn't. I thought he was very quiet. Didn't really do much. I thought I didn't know Odegaard was on the pitch when he came on. He didn't offer us anything. I think Kudos was the other one that tried. I think Richie just isn't the striker we need. I think the header when you miss, he's in the 6-yard area. He's got a massive goal to aim at, and his header hits the advertising board. That should tell you all you need to know that we need a striker at the club. I don't think Solanke's going to be that striker either. I don't think Solanke's going to get you 15, 20 goals. I think we need to go out and buy a striker. We need a left winger. We need a cam. We do need a left back, but you can't do everything. And we've left it so late in the window too. We're going to be running around the headless chickens trying to fill in all these formations. So I think you've got to forget about your left back. I think you've got to forget about your defence. Just work with it what you can until January. I think you should concentrate, and Lang and the recruitment teams concentrate now. Get your front three in, get your left winger, get your cam in, get your striker in. It was glaringly obvious today that we needed that today. And was there any positive to take out of it? I don't think there was. I don't think there was no positive to take out today. Which is sad. You look at it as a preseason game, but as I said, Bayern Munich are on another planet. So do you throw the bathwater after the baby? I think how it goes. No, you don't. You have to take it for what it is. It's Tottenham, who are, as Tequila says it, I think he puts it in the chat, and I think he makes a really good point. Big up to what's the point FC. I think he was embarrassed. Where did you put it, Tequila? About 17th. Where did I see that comment? Somebody put a comment in about 17th. Oh, it was Colin X. Big up, Colin. My Welsh cousin. Big up to you, Colin. Says, don't forget, this is the champions of Germany against 17th. Yeah. We've got to remember that. We finished 17th last season. Forget the Europa League. As much as I'm still buzzing on that, by the way, we're still champions of Europe. And I will be buzzing on that until somebody else is crowned champion. Nobody can take that away from us. Nobody can take away we were Europa League winners last season. But put that to one side. We finished 17th in the Premier League. 22 league defeats. I don't care how you want to wrap that up in a little bow or parcel it up. We were the 17th worst team in the league. And again, this summer, we get Kudos, and then we get Morgan Gibbs-White, and then our transfer window stops. That's it. Finished. We've hit a brick wall. Well, what do we do now? We're not getting Gibbs-White. What do we do? Well, today should be very obvious to the recruitment team, to Daniel Levy, to Thomas Frank, what he needs. Thomas Frank should go in there in the morning and bang his fist on the desk. Get me the effing players I effing need to improve this squad. Because if we don't get the players in, if we don't get the striker in, if we don't get a left winger in, if we don't get a cam in, how many more games this season are we going to be humiliated? How many more games this season are we going to be bad? There's teams we can beat in the Premier League. Look, we're not going to get relegated. But if we want European football, if we want to get back into Europe next season, because you don't go from the Champions League down to Europa League, by the way. Once you're out of Europe, you're out of Europe. End of. So if you want to go on and win a cup competition and do well in Europe, you've got to buy the players. You've got to buy the players we need. You need to look up front. We've been having replaced Harry Kane since the day Harry Kane left the club. We never replaced him. We got scared into buying Solanke last year. And Solanke didn't offer us anything up front. Yes, the players are coached now, so you look at the defensive side of the team. That's better. I know we lost 4-0 today, but I think you have to look at the bigger picture. If you look at that, if you look at the first 5 games, look, 1, 2, 3 clean sheets in 5 games. And we've only conceded now with 4 today, 7 goals, and we've scored 2, 3. We've conceded 7, scored 4. That should tell you all you need to know pre-season. What we desperately need. We need a striker. We need a front 3 that's going to work, and we don't have it. And this is where it's glaringly offers. So down PSG, we need to start bringing some players in. Really do. Simone, Eze, and I take Pacquiao tomorrow. Absolutely tomorrow. I would take him. To get more importantly, why did Levy or whoever told Levy to buy his best return for Richie was 13 goals in the season? Why does anyone think Richie would be? He's not going to be amazing. Tequila, you know me. I've said this. He's a big fish. He's a small fish in the big pond at Tottenham. He ain't the striker. He's not going to. If anyone thought Richarlison was going to come in and be this prolific striker, I think everyone was completely deluded. Me and Tequila did the show the day we bought Solanke when that got announced. And we both looked at each other and went, that's underwhelming. It's just shocking that we cannot fix the place where we need to fix. We cannot get the players that we need to get. And the point and the point that the finger should be pointed directly at the recruitment team, should be directly at Danny Levy, rightly so. He's the chairman, he's the figurehead, he's the person that says yeah or nay. But where's Lang? What's he doing? He was out in South Korea on the jolly up. He's out in Germany today on the jolly up. He should be back in London trying to get players. And they're stifling Paratici from doing his job as well. All this, Paratici is back, but they're not letting him do anything because they have, it's just so bad. We miss him so much. I say it again, you look at a Paratici summer window, you look at a Lang summer window. Paratici, hands down. Where's the criticism for Lang? He needs to be criticised heavily for not doing his job. And to be fair, Levy should be sacking him. He should have sacked him at the end of the season. Look, thank you very much, Lang. You haven't done your job. You haven't bought the place to improve the squad. Fabio, come back in. Get on with it. And I guarantee you we would have had more players in now than we did under Lang. We brought Tel and Danso in from last season, and we've bought a youngster, a Japanese player who's out injured, and Kudos. There's your signings. Is that enough to get you in the top 4? No. Is that enough to get you in the top 7 for the Europa places? Probably not. Is that enough to get you in top 10? Probably. And if you're lucky enough to get a cup win, you get a cup win. It's just so frustrating. So frustrating. Lang should be sacked after this window. Razzo Dazzle, I agree with you 100%. It should be. Colin says only one of those goals was forward. Saar was 3. Yeah, exactly. Razzo Dazzle, we signed 4 players now. It's embarrassing for now. It's for how late it is to bed them into this team. It is. I don't know where Tequila's gone. More importantly, who did Levy or whoever told Levy? I forget who was in charge. Who was in charge then? Was it Conte or Nuno when we bought Richie? Can't remember. I can't remember. But look, guys, look, it is a preseason game. But preseason games are there to show you where you need to improve, where you need to buy. And I'm worried. I'm now getting worried now for the season. It's going to be one of those long seasons. We had them last season, and I think we're in for a long season, unless we pull a rabbit out the hat before the end of the window. Big up Tequila. We're going to end off with your one, I think. Levy should sack himself as well. That's the trick. He can and will fire everyone in the end, but he's always remains that is it. That is the way. It's down to Levy. He won't walk away, take accountability. So true. So true. YouTube censors our free speech. Sack the manager. Yeah, right. Okay. Guys, thank you all for watching. Look, it's not really much of an instant match thoughts. I'm just giving you this glaring obvious where we need to improve and we need a front tree and we ain't getting it. So, guys, look, who knows what's going to happen within the next 4 days. What's coming up on the channel? Tomorrow there will be a player ratings for this game. That'll be out tomorrow for your members, probably about 3 o'clock. I'll do that early in the afternoon. Then tomorrow night at 8, we have got Thank You, Sonny. So I don't know if one of the guys might be on me. I might do solo, or Tequila wants to come on. It's up to him. Just to say thank you to Sonny. I think we needed to do a proper show to say thank you, Sonny, and go over his time at Spurs, his time at Tottenham, and really just to say thank you and memories. What was your best moments of Sonny? Saturday, we're really going to get into serious business. Saturday is all about pre-season and the review of pre-season. What have we learned? What have we gained? What have we lost? What do we need to improve? So we've got that to look forward as well. And then, of course, I'm off on Sunday, guys. Monday, we're back with Newsbeat with all the latest and the build up to the PSG game. And then, of course, any news that breaks between now and then, we'll bring to you first and fastest. We are the rest. We are the best channel on YouTube for bringing you breaking news when it comes to transfers. So, guys, do me a favor if you can. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Please, please pick up your memberships as well. Plenty more member stuff coming out. But on that bombshell, we're going to leave it there. Guys, thank you all. Come on, you Spurs. And big Thomas Frank. Orientation sense word stable one. Okay, my mic was all right. Yeah, big Thomas Frank, we trust. The Thomas Frank engine has left the station. All aboard. 1 day left to get all aboard. Thank you a lot, Razzle Dazzle. It's Tuesday, and we'll try and have a good. I am going to go and have a good evening. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to let Tottenham get me down. Do you know? Though I love doing this channel and I love talking Tottenham to you guys, I do have a life outside channel, but I'll be back tomorrow to talk more Tottenham with you. Guys, enjoy your evening. Come on, you Spurs. Let's hope for a better one tomorrow. And as Ange always said, and Tequila always finishes with this, sorry, Tequila, I can't do it like you, but it's just who we are, mate.
Eyes on the prize.